Welcome. My name is Dale McCluskey. I'd like to take a few minutes to discuss the issue of exercise with your dog. A lot of dog owners are look for ways to, to kind of tame the drive of the dog down through different, ideas about exercise. They think that, well, my dog is very hyperactive and out of control and just, has a lot of energy. And I'll go and just walk them and exercise them, and that will help somehow to get the dog balanced or to a state where I can enjoy my dog. Although that's a good, that's a way to think about it, or that's the first thing we think about. What I show here very clearly, it's relational. It's all about perceptions, changing perceptions ultimately. That's going to fix the problem. So this whole issue about moving from, because what I show here is the difference between controlling a problem and fixing it. So oftentimes what will happen is we'll use devices, or we'll do certain things that really just controls the problem, but doesn't get to the core of the issue with fixing the problem. And so the issue is how do we fix it? Well, fixing it comes through the role changing process, and that's what I show very clearly. Dogs are relational. They're all about the relationship. They share this very special connection with us through nature, through the pack relationship, and through this connection issue and through this perception issue, as the perception changes, how the dog sees us through this relational part of it, then the dog's decision-making process is also impacted at that level, which goes to the core of pushing back unwanted behavior. So this whole issue of exercise, oftentimes it gets kind of lost in the relational side of this, because it's all about your dog starting to see you as the real deal, starting to see. So whatever you do, whether it comes through exercising your dog, say using a treadmill, walking your dog, playing with the ball, it goes beyond just the interaction itself. It's about opportunities to change how your dog perceives you. So it's everything. The avenue starts. What starts to happen is everything starts to come through transition as a follower, a dog being a follower to you, and that doesn't break the dog's spirit or drive at the same time. What it does is it changes perceptions, and it fixes the core issue, which goes to the heart of the relationship. So when you look at, say, I'll use the example of the walk itself. Oftentimes what I suggest is, because oftentimes what's happening is you're walking your dog, but it's positional, so it's mind-body. So, for example, it's not just an issue of your dog, say, walking you, being out in front of you. It goes a little deeper than that. It's perceptions, okay? And that's just one interaction. But, when I look at, say, a dog owner walking their dog, what I do is I step back a little further, and so that if I see, say, a dog pulling the owner down the street, then I don't just look at that. I'll say, well, that's a problem in itself, because excuse me, because that gives you a glimpse into the relational side. But that's the very point. It gives you a glimpse into, because if you see how you're interacting, or how a dog owner interacts with a dog at one level, that's going to give you that kind of reflects, or will reflect, the psychology involved, the type of connection that's happening on all sorts of different levels. Because we're creatures of habit. I mean, how we think one way spills into another interaction, which spills into another interaction. So even the issue about when people ask, well, should I let my dog sleep on my couch or with me in my bed? Again, it's all about context. It's all about taking out those weak nails in the framework of that connection of the psychology, and starting to put strong ones in. So again, it changes how your dog perceives you through the relational side of things. So the walk itself, is something where what I suggest is you start to approach it from the interplay of the mind itself. Okay, when I look at it, I'll see the levels the dog's mind is separating, which will give you, what you have to look for is at what level you're being objectified through that, and you have to get a sense of that. And that's what the system of training is about. It really helps you get a sense of that, so you can change it, because you have to gain insight. You have to be able to see it from the nature side of things. So, and that's that connection. That's that interplay of that connection. It's psychology. It really is. So So when you're doing the walk, it's always better to start to shorten the walk up and then start to focus on mind instead of body. Well, mind and body are connected, and the body position, or where the dog is going, that gives us a glimpse into where the mind's going. I mean, that's the whole thing, is to see those two issues as one. Okay, so it gives you a glimpse into the other. So the whole thing is to shorten the walk up, and so you're starting to bring influence. You're starting to target the dog's decision-making process. The walk is starting to come through you instead of around, and you're being told booth, and the dog's trying to, the mind is already gone. And that's the whole thing. So the walk itself is an important part of it. But again, exercise or whatever you're doing, it's all about to the dog. It's all about the relationship, and it's about changing perception. So anyway, hopefully this video will give you a little better insight. If you need help with your dog and you're in the Florida area, I'd be more than happy to help you out. This system of training really does go deep. It goes beyond appearances. These ideas about how dogs can learn and all this, that gets kind of lost. People get lost, and they start to separate away. They don't see the relational or the connection issue, because that is the primary influence about changing perceptions. And how do we do that? Well, this system of training shows you how to do that, and it helps you connect those final pieces, those critical dots, so that you can enjoy a healthy and balanced relationship with your dog, and that's all anybody wants. And so yeah, if you're in the Florida area, you can give me a call, send me an email. I'll respond. I'll be more than happy to help you out. If you live beyond the Florida area, I have a distance training program that I offer, which consists of telephone conversations, individualized help that way through email and video. And so I'm able to help you at that level as well. I also have books available through Amazon Kindle. Beyond the Leash Dog Psychology Training Guide, The Mind and Body Connection, Going to Ground, The Methodology of Police Dog Training. So all those books, again, will give you insight, will help you see the connection for what it is and what it represents. So anyway, thanks very much for tuning in. I hope you have a great day.